Maya had lived in the same city all her life. She knew its skyline, its sounds, and its pace, or at least she thought she did. Every morning she followed the same rhythm: a quick breakfast, a crowded bus, and the rush of office life that left little room for surprise. The city, to her, had become predictable, a machine of movement and noise. But one ordinary Tuesday, something unexpected happened. Maya missed her bus. Frustrated, she decided to walk to work instead of waiting for the next one. It was a longer route, winding through streets she rarely visited. As she passed a narrow alley between two tall buildings, she noticed something unusual: a patch of green hidden behind an old wooden gate. Curiosity pushed her forward. She opened the gate and stepped inside. To her surprise, it was a small garden, peaceful, bright, and silent except for the sound of birds. There was a tiny pond with fish gliding beneath water lilies, and a single wooden bench under a flowering tree. For a moment, the city noise disappeared. Maya sat down and took a deep breath. It felt like she had stepped into another world, a secret space that existed right in the middle of the chaos. As she sat there, an elderly man approached, carrying a small bag of seeds. "You found the pocket garden," he said kindly. "Not many people notice it. Everyone's always rushing somewhere." Maya smiled. "It's beautiful. I've lived here for years and never knew this place existed." The man laughed. "The city hides its beauty for those who never look, but for those who pause, it reveals everything." Those words stayed with her for the rest of the day. A new habit the next weekend, Maya decided to walk again. She left her phone in her bag, turned off notifications, and just wandered. Without realizing it, she started a new habit, exploring the city's hidden gems, one street at a time. She discovered an old bookstore tucked behind a bakery. It smelled of paper and time, filled with shelves that leaned slightly under the weight of forgotten stories. The owner, a cheerful woman with silver hair, told her that the shop had been there for 40 years. "We don't advertise," the woman said. "The right people always find us." Maya smiled, remembering the man's words: "The city reveals itself to those who pause." Her discoveries didn't stop there. One rainy afternoon, she found a small cafe that played jazz music on vinyl records. The barista told her that every Friday night, local poets gathered there to read their work. Maya began attending those sessions, listening to strangers pour their emotions into words. It was raw, honest, and beautiful, another hidden corner of her city's soul. Rediscovering the city as weeks passed, Maya's notebook began to fill. She sketched the small details. She noticed murals painted on forgotten walls, mosaic tiles at the entrance of old apartment buildings, a clock tower that chimed slightly out of rhythm. One day, she followed the sound of a violin echoing through a subway tunnel. A young musician stood there, eyes closed, playing passionately for an audience that never stopped. Maya placed a few coins in his case and stayed to listen. When the song ended, he opened his eyes and smiled. Most people just walk by, he said softly. Not today, Maya replied. That moment reminded her how much beauty existed in the spaces everyone ignored, the corners of streets, the reflections in puddles, the conversations overheard at park benches. The city wasn't just buildings and traffic. It was alive, layered with stories. The lesson of stillness. Over time, Maya began sharing her experiences online, photographs of street arts, stories about small shops, and poems inspired by what she saw. Her posts gained attention from others who also lived in the same city but had never seen it that way. One message read, "I walked past that garden for years and never knew it was there. Thank you for reminding me to look." That message made Maya realize something deeper. It wasn't just about discovering hidden places. It was about discovering a new way to see. The act of slowing down had changed her perspective. The city had always been full of wonders. She had just been too busy to notice. She learned that beauty doesn't always announce itself. Sometimes it waits quietly, hoping someone will take a moment to look closer. A special discovery one afternoon, while exploring the old part of town, Maya stumbled upon a narrow staircase that led down into what looked like an underground passage. She hesitated, then decided to follow it. At the bottom, she found a small community art gallery run by volunteers. The walls were covered with paintings made by local artists, people who painted their dreams, memories, and struggles. One of the artists, a young man named Theo, told her that the gallery was once an abandoned storage room. They had cleaned it up and turned it into a creative space. "We wanted to bring art back to the streets," Theo said, "to remind people that beauty belongs to everyone." Maya spent hours there, talking with artists and admiring their work. That night, she wrote in her notebook, "Every hidden place I find isn't just a location. It's a heartbeat of the city." A changed perspective. Months later, Maya realized she no longer felt tired of the city. The noise didn't bother her. The rush didn't overwhelm her. Every sound, every corner, every mural now told a story. The same streets she once thought were dull had become full of meaning. She began organizing small walking tours, guiding others to discover the city's hidden gems, the tiny parks, forgotten bridges, and hidden staircases that led to rooftops with breathtaking views. People who joined her walks often said the same thing. "I can't believe this was here all along." Maya would smile and reply, "It's always been here. We just needed to slow down enough to see it."